Welcome to the Dairy Church Kitchen. Today we're going to make a potato soup that you can use your crock pot. It takes anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, so you can plug it in the morning and have it in the evening. It's very simple. Ingredients is 8 cups of potatoes. I used russet, but you can use the red skin potatoes if you like a little bit more color in your soup. 3 cans of chicken broth, 1 can of the creamy chicken soup, 1/3 of a cup of chopped onions, 1/4 of a teaspoon pepper, 1/2 pound of bacon, chives to garnish, and Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, what you do first is you put your potatoes in your crock pot, your soups, or broth, excuse me, your onion, your cream of chicken soup. You could use cream of mushroom if you like, or cream of celery, just anything creamed. And I don't know if you're a vegetarian, how far you go with it, but you could actually use vegetable broth instead of the chicken, and then use maybe a mushroom concentrated soup. Okay. And 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay? And you mix that all up. Plug it on low until the potatoes are softened, and that would be 8 to 10 hours. Okay, so I do have some in a crock pot. We're going to plug this in over here. Now you're probably saying, hey, she forgot there's other ingredients. But what makes this a little different, and that's when it's cooked for the 10 hours on low. Now what you're gonna do is take your 8 ounces of cream cheese and cube it. And this you do right before, you're ready to eat. And you make, you put this in, maybe make a salad or the sandwiches, whatever you're gonna have with it. Okay. All right. So you want to cube this, and the smaller the cube, the better. And if it's at room temperature, that's even better, because we're going to put this in, and this will make your potato soup creamy. So we're going to chop that up a little bit. Really nice, some small pieces in there. Put that in the soup. And you melt that until, you stir it until it melts. And while you're doing that, at this point you could actually use a mixer if you don't want those chunks of potatoes, or your immerser mixer. We'll let that go for just a minute. To garnish it, we're going to use 1/2 pound of bacon and wash some chives and dry, you know, pat them dry with a cloth. And I use a pizza cutter. And make your bunch as tight as it can be. We have a little brown in there. We'll take him out. Just like that. But I think it's a lot easier than using a scissors. It's easier on your hands. You just have to move it back and forth. Okay? So let's see if our cream cheese is a little bit softer. And it's not. It smells really good. Smash this a little bit. It does take a little bit more time than what you think it does. But see how it's getting a little bit creamier?
It's a little hard to tell what's the potato and what's
Yeah,
the
it
cream
is.
cheese.
I know, but you don't want a big bite of cream cheese.
Why not?
This is true. I wouldn't have a problem with that. So anyway, yeah, we might try that. Let's try the. That's better. That's good to go. You would have more time at home. Would you want to use your ½ pound of bacon now? And you mix that up. And your chive. And it looks really pretty, I think. Now, if you don't have chives, you can use dried parsley or anything like that. But with that bacon in there and those potatoes and bacon, I think that looks pretty doggone nice. Let's see. And of course, your cream cheese would be a little bit, you wouldn't see those chunks in there if you weren't in a hurry. And there's a very simple potato soup that you can use in your crock pot.
Mr. Chubb.
You gonna try it, Gary?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Been a while since we've had a taste testing.
That's right.
Pizza wheel.
That's gonna be lunch. It's really good. Good flavor and everything. No.
Now you did notice that we didn't put salt in there because again, we're using canned ingredients that are high in sodium, or you can, if you can find the low sodium broth and chicken soup, that'd be great. Remember, Jesus and germs are everywhere, so wash your hands and say your prayers.